Hello random people on the internet, my name is Banana, and if you're like every single other Skyblock player on the planet, I'm sure that you guys have a lot of questions about what you should be doing in the game, because right now there's not really anything that's super fresh, and a lot of people don't really know what the next couple updates in Skyblock could end up being. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys a guide on 3 different things that you can do to prepare for 3 updates that 2 of them we know for sure are being worked on, and 1 of them logically should come out soon, but we don't know for sure if they're actually working on it. So I'm going to talk about those 3 things that are just the best things to do to prepare for the future of the game. And if this helps you out, I'd really appreciate a subscription, because we're coming in on 50,000 subscribers. It'd be really awesome if we could hit that number, and subscribing is the best way for you to support the channel. It's free, you can undo it later, it's pretty awesome. But let's get into the 3 best things that you can do to prepare. One thing that I feel like I have to bring up, because, I mean, obviously you need these for anything in the game, but getting coins is a great way to prepare. Do whatever your money-making method is, but that's not what this video is about. It's about some specific just skills or things that you can be doing to get ready. And the first thing that I want to talk about is fishing. Fishing is getting an update pretty soon. We know this because of the Lost in Space Guild chat. Doctor is in there, and he was talking about a bunch of changes that he wanted to do to fishing. And this was probably about a month ago at this point. I don't know exactly when it was, but we know that he is definitely working on it. It's assumed that Menacing is also working on it, because Mini was updating his skins a while back towards some just pretty weird creatures that we have no idea what they really are. So Mini's working on an update as well, and one of them looked sort of like sea creature-esque. So fishing is going to be a big thing, and you can assume that Fishing 60 will come out then, and we're going to get a bunch of new stuff, because if you look at some of the updates, like when Combat got updated, it didn't really get too much stuff added that was that insane, but farming, for example, when that got updated, that was a whole thing. They added the merchants over here, they added the contests, they added all sorts of new hoes and items and stuff. So fishing is going to be getting a similar revamp, so being as set up as you possibly can be for fishing is going to be pretty nice. I don't see them really going for a sea creature at a very, very high level. Right now, the highest level that you need is 26, I believe, and that is the Grim Reaper. I can't see them really going above 40, and even 40 I think would be very, very high for them to make a creature. And if there is a sea creature at level 40, you can grind it up after the update, but getting up to something like level 35 in fishing would definitely be beneficial, just so you can be a little bit more sure that you're going to be set for the update. Also, having just a nice set of any kind, whether that just be some basic shark armor or some hyper max shark armor, depending on how rich you are, that's just going to be a good investment, because fishing is definitely getting something pretty soon. It's going to be done a lot more, because, I mean, they're not just going to update it and make it trash. So that's going to be my first recommendation, because that's the thing that I think will come out the soonest. The next thing that we know that they are updating is foraging. Foraging is definitely something where there's not really much you can do to prepare for foraging other than just go and do it, because right now foraging is a pretty set path. You want to have high speed so that you can run around fast, and you want a tree capitator so you can break the trees. Once you have that, there's not really much else you can do. You can have good pets for foraging, like the monkey pet and the ocelot leveled up, but that's not really going to insanely change your grind, and the preparation there is not going to be huge. But if you do go and grind up your foraging, you're going to be much better off for the future updates, because higher foraging means higher foraging fortune, means faster collections, means faster progression in the foraging update that is coming out. They said that the update is going to be around the size of the Crystal Hollows update for mining, and that update was absolutely ginormous. So although foraging might be boring for a lot of people right now, it might not be something that you want to do that much, it's definitely going to be worth it in the long run, and you have to forage at some point anyways. So if you can get a little bit of it done before the update comes out and before the new lobby is just packed with people grinding foraging, maybe it now might be the time. Or if you're super, super rich, just go buy like a couple 100 million coins worth of Jerry boxes and just level your foraging with that when Jerry comes around in the next couple weeks. Just do whatever you can to level your foraging, you know? Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is very hypothetical, because we know that this update it's going to exist at some point, but we don't know exactly when it's coming out, and I can understand why it won't come out very soon, and I'm going to explain that. But the update that I'm going to talk about is Master Mode Floor 7. Master Mode Floor 7 should exist. I don't get why it's not out at this point, but also I sort of do, because if you look at how many people are actually running Master Mode Floor 6, or how many people can effectively complete it, it is minuscule. So when they make Master Mode Floor 7, it's going to be much harder than Floor 6, just as Floor 7 was harder than normal Floor 6, and that means that there's going to be less and less players that can actually do this. And why would they make an update for like 1,000 players at max? But Master Mode Floor 7 will eventually come out, so getting things like the Master Skull Tier 7, a higher Catacombs level, or 9-star armor could be beneficial for you. I still need to go and get some 9-star armor, but preparing for this beforehand is definitely going to help you a lot, because obviously when Master Mode 7 comes out, Diamond Necron helmets are going to rocket into the sky. They are going to be gone price-wise. No shot you're getting one for cheap. And it is going to be pretty good for money, you would assume, as long as there is just more than the one Master Star. But even that Master Star is going to be worth a little bit of money, because it's a Master Star. People need it. So M7 is going to be really good. It presumably will come out, but we have heard nothing about it, and we have no idea if any admins are really working on it at this moment. So prepare for this one with the most caution. But I mean, getting cata levels and getting good gear for the Catacombs isn't a bad idea, like, no matter what. So you can go for that pretty safely. It just is going to take a bit more time and a bit more money than something like foraging or fishing would take. So yeah, with the foraging and fishing updates pretty much confirmed to be coming out this year, it is pretty hype. It's a pretty nice time to be preparing, because I'd say foraging and fishing are some of the most criminally underdone skills. I guess I'd say foraging is criminally underdone. I hate fishing like the rest of the people of the world, but foraging's pretty goated. Leave a comment down below if you love foraging, or if you love fishing, please leave a hate comment. I would appreciate that as well. But I can't wait to see those updates. There also is supposed to be a Blazing Fortress revamp coming out in 2021, but it's September right now. We don't have any news on the foraging update, and until we get that, I don't even want to think about the Blazing Fortress revamp even existing. That's probably just going to end up getting pushed. I don't really think, if they haven't put out the foraging update within this next month, I guess, I don't think we're getting the Blazing Fortress revamp this year. But that doesn't really matter, because the foraging update is going to be the best update that the game has ever had. Please quote me on that. But I hope this helped you out. I hope that you guys can go and prepare for future updates a little bit better now. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out.